To move a part or an assembly, you need to create a layer and insert that part into a filter. Once the layer is created and selected, all chosen movements will be applied to it. Translation. Translation allows you to move a part along its X, Y, and Z axes. Using the manipulator in the 3D view, you can grab an axis and apply a manual translation. For more precise movements, the control panel lets you enter fixed values for the parts offset along any axis. You will find your transformations in the history list. You can modify them by selecting them, and you have the option to disable or delete them. Rotation. Rotation allows you to rotate a part or assembly around its 3 axes. As with other transformations, the angle value can be set in the 3D view or in the control panel. In this specific case, the rotation was applied at the center of the assembly. This is the world reference frame. However, this does not reflect the real-world behavior of a car door opening. To apply a rotation at a specific point of the assembly, you need to select a different axis reference. The feature reference allows you to define the point, circle, or edge of rotation for the part. Clicking on it brings up input options, and you can choose the most appropriate edge. Scale. The Scale tool allows you to change the scale of a part. Simple Exploded View. The Simple Explode tool allows you to create an exploded view of the parts in an assembly. The method and options are identical to those of other transformations. Align. The Align tool automatically aligns a feature of one part with another by selecting any feature of that part. To do so, select the feature of the source part to be moved. Then select the feature of the target part. This target can belong to a different layer. Experiment with the options to achieve the desired transformation. Explosion. The Explosion tool is an advanced version of the Explode function. It offers many manipulation possibilities, part by part. When you select the root of the assembly, you can generate a global exploded view of everything contained in your layer. Anchors. An anchored part is locked in its original position. It becomes the center of the explosion. The rest of the assembly is therefore moved relative to this anchored part. Center on Group. The Center on Group tool is a visual aid that helps locate the assembly affected by the current selection. Part order. The position of each part depends on its order in the list. This allows you to organize parts hierarchically to compose your scene. Take for example these washers located in the last group. You can move the group up in the hierarchy, which will change its position in the 3D view. Groups. You will notice that the shaft keys are not in their correct position. To place them back in a coherent context, you will create a group containing these 3 parts. These 3 parts are selected in the 3D view and in the tree. By creating a new group with these parts, they will automatically be repositioned together. You can work inside this group by creating a new explode. To move the keys along a different axis. They are offset because their original position is not on the same axis, but you can align them perfectly for technical drawing purposes by creating a subgroup containing these 2 keys. Element translation. If some parts overlap visually or are misplaced, you can move each one along its axis using the element translation tool. Convert to layer. Finally, it is possible to convert a part or a group into a layer, in order to access the options associated with layers.